Our office covers the region that includes the areas of Southern California, Southern Nevada, and the states of Arizona and Hawaii. The Inland Empire is a large and important part of our Southern California region. So it's our hope that after today, you continue to reach out to us, to Faye and I, for any resources that you need regarding consumer and business education, and for information on how to file consumer reports with the FTC that Monica Vaca just spoke about. It's important to us that we hear about the consumer issues confronting this community and what we can do to help alleviate those problems with more education and training. I want to talk a little bit about about the frauds and scams to elaborate further on this frauds and scams that we have seen during this pandemic, and what enforcement actions the FTC has taken. We know fraudsters follow the headlines, so as those change, so too will the scams. So what have we seen? Well, almost immediately at the start of the pandemic, we saw fraudsters pitching fake cures, treatments, and tests with no proof that these things work. The FTC has sent warning letters to over 275 companies who are making such claims, and we have told them to stop. But we've also brought lawsuits against companies who are making these fraud claims, these false claims of treatments and cures. One such case was against a Southern California company called Whole Leaf Organics. This is a supplement maker who claimed that their vitamin capsules and CBD products help prevent or treat COVID-19. We recently settled this action with an order barring the seller from making these false claims and requiring the seller to notify consumers that their products do not cure COVID-19, among other ailments. And we've seen the scammers following the money. In many instances, they're pretending to be the federal government. Sometimes scammers are posing as part of a federal program that's built to assist people to get out of debt. They will sometimes ask consumers to pay money in order to get a stimulus check. And we know from the program that we've had in the past that this is not how the CARES Act worked. People did not have to pay money to the federal government to get assistance. One case we filed recently was against a scammer who was trying to rip off small businesses by posing as an approved lender under the Small Business Administration's Paycheck Protection Program. This scammer was soliciting PPE applications online. Among other harms, the small businesses who fell victim to this fake website lost the opportunity to participate in the actual SBA Paycheck Protection Program. This case is still pending. Consumers have complained to us about companies that falsely, as Monica mentioned, falsely promise quick shipment and delivery of products sorely in need right now, like the face masks, hand sanitizers, and other PPE. Last month, we sued 3 companies who falsely promised fast delivery of these products. One of them was based in Southern California. This company falsely claimed that products were in stock and were ready to ship that day, but they were not. And the company continued to make false claims that packages were en route and in some instances provided consumers with false tracking notices. This case is still pending. We've seen complaints about scammers who are impersonating contact tracers by reporting to people that they've come into contact with someone who has tested positive for the virus. And all these folks are attempting to do is to get personal information. With so many people negatively financially impacted by this pandemic, we're also starting to see scams that are offering to help people who are behind on their mortgage and on other debts, all for a very large upfront fee. Now that's a red flag of a scam because such upfront fees for debt relief are illegal under the FTC's rules. So I'll just close by saying to keep up on the latest trends, I recommend that you subscribe to our consumer and business blog posts. You can do so by visiting ftc.gov/subscribe. One of our recent blog posts was about a waiting package phishing scam. Maybe some of you are aware of this. My husband received a text like this the other day, and it goes like this. You get a text stating that you have a package waiting for pickup at the shipping depot with a link to click. And the aim of these fraudsters is to get your personal details and sometimes your money. And they look very convincing. So our blog post came out on this about a couple of weeks ago. So I highly recommend that you subscribe to those posts, ftc.gov/subscribe to keep up on the latest.